Fashion Square, I'm going to speak about that at the end. Nancy, why don't you give an update about a few interesting things?
Hi, I'm Nancy Kaleel, and I chair the Best Buy committee. But I wanted to start with saying that yesterday my minivan was hit from behind on Riverside Boulevard. And you say, why is this germane to this meeting? The man who had pushed the crosswalk, I stopped at the smart crosswalk at Ranchito. The man who was pushing the button to cross the crosswalk, I said, would you please be my witness? And he said, I'm videotaping you. And I thought, why? Why was this man videotaping? And he happened to catch my accident completely on videotape. And here's the tragedy. This man's name is Mr. Kadmiri, and many of you probably read about his daughter in the Daily News or saw them on the TV. His daughter was walking her bicycle across this crosswalk and was hit by a car, and she's paralyzed from the neck down. Mr. Kadmiri was trying to prove that this intersection is unsafe. And I thought, why do things happen? And they happen for a reason. And I would like to give voice to this community, because there are many people in this room who support Notre Dame High School in keeping their crosswalk, which is in jeopardy of being taken away. And there's many of us who feel that the crosswalk, the smart crosswalk at the Fashion Square, should be elevated. It should have the same type of red light crosswalk that is on Ventura Boulevard, just west of Van Nuys Boulevard. People would stop. And unfortunately for Mr. Kadmiri's daughter, she will never move her arms or legs again because of being hit in this crosswalk. So I told him that I would give voice to this cause tonight, and I know that Wendy GRUEL is leaving office, but for those of you candidates who are in the room tonight, we need our crosswalks elevated, not removed. And this is a very important issue, and I'm sure everyone in this room would agree with me. Moving on to a different subject, I do want to thank Wendy GRUEL and her staff for completing the bump outs in the Library Square community related to Best Buy. Wendy did provide about $80,000 from her own council account to complete the projects, and DOT did pay additional for the stop signs. And this is also rather important for communities who are facing development, because the estimates for traffic mitigation for the community often run far over the original budget. So we do thank Councilmember GRUEL and her staff for going the extra mile on that. We are moving through the preferential parking process, but like several of the committee chairs who've been here before you tonight, there's concerns when a council member leaves office and we don't have a seated council person because council approval is needed for a preferential parking district. So we are hoping that it can be pushed through, but there remains concerns what happens in the interim. We are also still, Lexi's working on trying to get a general services accounting for Library Square. And the last point that I have to make is about a different project. The former Baroni site, if any of you have driven past there, the weeds are now past the Piken sign, and these remain concerns for the community. If you see trash or abandoned grocery carts, please call 311. This is part of our community. It's the center of our community, and an abandoned property, it never gets better on its own. So thank you very much.